Have you ever looked at someone you were once close to and wondered, how did we become strangers? Not after a fight, not after a betrayal, just slowly, quietly, until one day the connection that once felt effortless was gone. Most people blame distance, others blame time. Some say people simply change. But I think there's another reason we rarely talk about. Expectations, not our own expectations. Other people's. When relationships begin to fade, we usually search for obvious explanations. We say life became busy, we moved to different cities, we had different priorities. And sometimes those things are true. Distance can weaken a connection. Time can change people. But if distance was the only problem, some friendships wouldn't survive decades apart. And if time was the only problem, some relationships wouldn't remain strong for a lifetime. The truth is that people can stay emotionally connected despite years of separation. And they can feel completely disconnected while sitting in the same room. I think many relationships begin to change when people stop living according to their own values and start living according to other people's expectations. At first, it's subtle, a comment, an opinion, a suggestion, nothing serious. Imagine spending time getting ready. You finally feel confident, everything feels right. Then someone says, "You look nice, but I think lighter colors suit you better." It's a small comment, maybe even a kind one. But suddenly, you stop seeing yourself through your own eyes. You begin seeing yourself through theirs. And that's how the invisible audience is created. An audience that follows us everywhere. An audience that constantly asks, are you successful enough? Attractive enough? Productive enough? Responsible enough? And before long, their voices become louder than our own. The strange thing about expectations is that they rarely arrive as demands. They often arrive disguised as concern. Parents want what's best for us. Friends want to protect us. Society wants us to fit in. None of those things sound harmful. But when every decision becomes a response to somebody else's expectations, something important begins to disappear. Our own identity. We stop asking, what do I want? And start asking, what will people think? The career we choose, the relationship we stay in, the dreams we abandon, the risks we never take. Slowly, we begin building a life that looks right from the outside, while feeling increasingly unfamiliar on the inside. And this is where relationships begin to suffer. Not because people stop caring, but because they stop being authentic. Many relationships are built on honesty, on being seen, on being understood. But when someone starts hiding who they really are, the connection changes. The conversations become more careful. The emotions become more filtered, the honesty slowly disappears, and eventually, both people start interacting with versions of each other, not with who they truly are. Relationships can survive disagreements, they can survive distance, they can even survive mistakes. But authenticity is much harder to replace. The pursuit of approval is exhausting, because there is no finish line. No matter what you achieve, someone will think you should do more. No matter what decision you make, someone will disagree. And if your happiness depends on universal approval, you'll spend your entire life chasing something that doesn't exist. The people who seem the most at peace are not always the most successful. They are often the people who learned when to listen and when to let go. They understand something many of us forget. Not every opinion deserves a permanent place in your mind. So here's a thought. Listen to people. Develop the skill of listening. Learn from experience. Understand different perspectives. But don't surrender your life to every opinion you hear. Advice can guide you, expectations can trap you. At the end of the day, this is your life. You are the one who has to live it. Not your neighbors, not society, not the crowd. Because the moment you stop living for yourself, you slowly become a stranger to the person you used to be. And when that happens, the distance between you and others is no longer the biggest problem. The distance between you and yourself becomes much greater. Until next time, take care.